Hi there. Wild and woolly session today on Wall Street. The market was up 300 points and all of a sudden fell to a negative 300. So the market endured a 600-point decline from peak to trough. The reason, Donald Trump's tweet about China, about invoking a tariff on all Chinese goods because he felt that the Chinese are taking too long to come to the table and do anything meaningful. What this did was dropped interest rates. Bonds went through the roof in terms of the prices, and interest rates fell down. The 10-year was quoted at about 1.88%. That's the 10-year U.S. government. The dollar was very strong in the morning and turned around and went south. And maybe people are starting to say that the real rate of return in America is going to drop because the trade war may put us into a very severe recession, and that's the reason why stocks dropped. I mean, this all happened. People make these decisions within half an hour. Now, I'm not so sure that the outcome is going to be a depression like the 30s, or that the trade deficit business is all shot and we're in a trade war. But we have to consider that we're in a severe trade war with China and perhaps even a Cold War. So from the standpoint of masterminding portfolios, the first thing that we have to look at is foreign earnings. Companies with a lot of earnings overseas, they could be vulnerable, especially if they're into Asian markets. You might be selling razor blades, you might be selling soft drinks, but you might be selling those in a war zone if we're not careful. So we have to take all these things into consideration, and we'll be doing so. Probably wanting to de-emphasize foreign earnings, come back to more domestic kinds of issues, and wait and see. What will Chinese response be? What will it look like? I'm guessing that perhaps President Xi will come up and say, we're canceling our trip to negotiate further in Washington, D.C., because we really have nothing to talk about if the president wants these tariffs. And then you get into a tit-for-tat kind of a experiment, and you play it out. It's not really an analytical process for finances. It's a study of human emotions, mindsets, cultural differences. This is really an interesting happening. But I think today was significant. It told me anyway that the market had discounted a trade deal with China, and it was absolutely shocked when it looked like this thing is coming apart. We frankly had figured China's not coming to the table. It has no reason to come to the table. Why not wait the election out? But apparently that's not where the market was, so the market's trying to adjust, and everybody I know right now is sitting on a rock somewhere. Anybody that's managing money trying to figure out the what-ifs. Such a marvelous business. But we're looking after things, and I think it's safe to say that we'll be cutting back on some foreign earnings stocks just to be safe. Anyway, we'll be in touch. Thank you.